Oh. What? Read me. Always wanted to be able to make cool art. Oh my gosh. I gotta get home and make some art.
Now that we are finished with all the shenanigans, we need to draw on a design I have so chosen, which is another spooky face. If you use magic marker, you can always do a little erasing with some acetone. Once happy with the design, stab it, carving along the lines I have drawn. And arting is hard work, so be sure to keep up on nourishment. Erasing the rest of the lines with the acetone, now remove the top of his skull. Oh, look at the hungry boy. Now for the eyes, we'll be using some oranges. Give them a coat of white paint. Once dry, we start adding the iris. Use whatever color you like, but I started with a green, then a metallic green, then some green glitter paint. Like that. Now we are adding the little blood vessels that surround the eye. Giving them a pupil, and you'll notice I made one slightly smaller than the other to make him look a little crazy. Now for the teeth, we are going to be using a translucent polymer clay. Just squish, and then roll it into basically a worm with two pointy ends. Like that. Pop those in the oven for 15 minutes at 275 freedom units. Now while that's baking, I took some food coloring, mixing up with water, and henceforth painted the inside and all inside edges, giving it a dark and spooky look. Adding a little red right along the inside edge as well. Now baked, take your tray of doobies and coat with a clear glass lacquer. Now I found it was easiest to use a drill bit to pre-drill the holes for the teeth and stab them right up in the gums. It almost seems like it wants to be made. Taking our eyeball oranges, we will mount them using regular bamboo skewers. And for a finishing touch, give him some stitches right along his eye. Taking regular twine, I used superglue to make the end rigid, that way you can poke it through all the holes. And now you're finished. Oh, and I almost forgot. One last thing. Oh man, after all that, I think I deserve a nappy poo. Nicole! Help me!
Oh. What? Read me. You know what else is just as fun as carving pumpkins with the family? Putting together a crate by today's sponsor, Kiwico. And I know you've probably heard of Kiwico, but just in case you haven't, they create really cool hands-on projects and toys to help expose kids to concepts in science, technology, art, engineering, and math, also known as STEM. Kiwico offers 8 subscription lines, each catering to different age groups and topics, including adult kids like myself. Each box comes with all the supplies needed for that month's project, detailed kid-friendly instructions, and an educational magazine filled with content to learn even more about the crate's theme. If you're like me and you love learning and using your hands to make cool things, then please be sure to use the link in the description, and if you do, you will get 50% off your first month of any crate on the website. Or you can also go to kiwico.com/Bobby Duke for the same deal. This month I received 2 crates from Kiwico, but this one I think is my favorite. It is a light drawing pendulum. The way it works is, after you assemble it, it has a really small UV light right on the end of the pendulum, and when you drop it, it creates random, really cool patterns and draws these awesome light designs. Seriously, as soon as I was done, I tried to play with it, but very quickly it was taken over by my daughter, who literally commandeered it for 15 minutes. Look at it go. It's crazy. So if that sounds cool to you, be sure to go down to the description, go use my link, you will get 50% off, or go to kiwico.com/Bobby Duke. Also, if you guys decide to make the pumpkin similar to what I did, be sure to tag me on social media. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Thank you all so much for watching. I always appreciate it. And until next time.